WWE recently fired 18 wrestlers from the Raw and SmackDown rosters. The biggest names fired were Rusev and Erick Rowan. There is complete uncertainty in WWE right now, and at any moment, WWE might fire more wrestlers. And rumor has it that WWE does have more firings planned in the coming weeks, and some of them may have already been secretly fired. So today, I count down 10 leaked WWE wrestlers fired from WWE that are rumored. AJ Styles is very unhappy with WWE firing his best friends, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. AJ Styles recently said publicly that it hurt him deeply when he heard that Anderson and Gallows were fired. AJ Styles lost his match to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. With the way the match ended, it looked like WWE was writing off AJ Styles from television, and there were rumors reported after WrestleMania that AJ will not be returning to TV anytime soon. There are new reports that AJ Styles could be on the list of wrestlers that could be fired soon. There are two main reasons why WWE might let AJ Styles go soon. The first reason being that Vince McMahon is losing interest in pushing AJ Styles because of AJ's advancing age. AJ is 42 years old, and Vince believes that AJ's aerial wrestling style will catch up with him very soon, and he won't be the same AJ Styles as he was before. The second reason why AJ might get fired soon is that WWE officials are not happy that AJ Styles spoke publicly about Anderson and Gallows getting fired, and the officials believe that AJ was somewhat critical of WWE's decision to fire AJ's friends. With all these factors, it will be no surprise if you see AJ Styles get fired in the coming weeks. When Liv Morgan lost to Asuka on Raw recently, fans were very upset because they were hoping that Liv Morgan would be next in line to feud with Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan has not been fully utilized in the past 2 months since she returned after a long absence from television, but now there are rumors that Liv Morgan could be fired sometime in the next few weeks. It's being said that WWE lost interest in Liv Morgan when Vince McMahon started pushing Shayna Baszler, who is currently feuding with Becky Lynch. It's also being said that Liv Morgan is very upset with backstage officials for firing her best friend in real life, Sarah Logan. WWE officials are aware of Liv being upset with the company for firing her friend, and if they do fire anyone in the future, Liv will likely get fired due to her complaining about Sarah Logan's firing. R-Truth has enjoyed a resurgence in his career in the past year, thanks to the 24/7 championship, but now it seems that the nearly 50-year-old wrestler could be facing his toughest challenge yet, as there are rumors that he will be fired in the next few weeks, as WWE looks to save millions of dollars to keep the company afloat. And R-Truth could see his WWE career come to an abrupt end. Vince McMahon believes that the goofy R-Truth character has become stale, and when he is fired, it will not affect long-term storyline plans. Even though Lana is married to Bobby Lashley on Monday Night Raw, she is not married to him in real life. Instead, Lana is actually still married to Rusev in real life. Lana's real-life husband, Rusev, has officially been fired from WWE, and fans have now been wondering what will happen to Lana since her husband is no longer in the company that she still works for. The answer could come in a matter of days, as behind the scenes, Lana is very upset with Vince McMahon for firing her husband, and reports claim that she has had shouting matches with WWE officials on the phone, and these officials are reportedly telling Vince McMahon to fire Lana because of her behavior after her husband was fired. And according to rumors, Lana will indeed be fired, but first Vince McMahon has ordered his writers to end the on-screen relationship between Lana and Bobby Lashley, and once that happens, Lana will be written off TV and fired. Some fans may have noticed that Seth Rollins has been appearing on television recently without the members of his faction, AOP. The reason why this is happening is because of the fact that Razor of the AOP is injured, and he will be out of action for several months. WWE officials decided to remove AOP from Seth Rollins' faction because of Razor's injury, but there are rumors going around that WWE might see this as an opportunity to release AOP because they are not on TV right now. The majority of the wrestlers who were released recently were not appearing on TV very often, or at all. So WWE officials might release AOP soon because they are not appearing on TV right now. Ever since AEW was created, there have been rumors circulating that Daniel Bryan would love to leave WWE and become part of the AEW roster. And now it seems that Daniel might get his wish, as new rumors are circulating that Daniel Bryan will be part of the next round of WWE firings. And the reason why Daniel might be fired is because SmackDown doesn't have much for him to do, and he lost his Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania against Sami Zayn. And because of this, Vince McMahon now believes that Daniel Bryan is now expendable, and firing him will save the company millions, because Daniel is signed to a big contract. If Daniel Bryan is fired from WWE at some point in the coming weeks, there will be little doubt that he will sign a huge deal with AEW. Samoa Joe was suspended a few months ago, but now Samoa Joe's suspension is over, but he is still recovering from an injury that he suffered during a tag team match that happened live on Monday Night Raw. Samoa Joe has had a very up and down career in WWE. Joe has suffered multiple injuries in the past couple of years, which led to months of time off, which forced WWE to be hesitant when it came to pushing Samoa Joe. Even though WWE's current schedule would be much easier for Samoa Joe to handle, especially without having to do house shows, WWE officials believe that if anybody should be fired, then Samoa Joe should be on the list. And it's even possible that Samoa Joe may have already been fired, but WWE just hasn't announced it yet. Jinder Mahal has been sitting on the sidelines because of an injury, and he was set to return after WrestleMania, but those plans changed, and now there are rumors that Jinder Mahal may never return to WWE. Rumor has it that WWE officials are looking for any reason to fire current WWE superstars, and it makes it easier to fire someone who is currently not being used on television, which means that Jinder Mahal could be getting fired soon. But if he does get fired, he will surely get signed to another wrestling company. One wrestler that WWE officials are thinking about possibly releasing soon is none other than Shorty G. It's being said that Vince McMahon is unhappy about how Shorty G has not gotten over with TV viewers in 2020, and he sees very little reason to keep him around, especially because of the fact that WWE is currently not using Shorty G very often on television. If Shorty G does get released, then he will not be able to use the Shorty G name, because it was created by WWE. Roman Reigns has been gone from television for over a month after he walked out of WrestleMania 36 and refused to wrestle Goldberg. And now it seems that Vince McMahon is preparing WWE for life without Roman Reigns in the company, as he has now instructed commentators, as well as the entire roster, to never say Roman Reigns' name or even allude to him. In Vince's eyes, Roman now has been erased from WWE, and Vince has no plans to bring Roman back. And a brand new behind the scenes rumor claims that Vince McMahon has already quietly fired Roman Reigns. The rumor details that Vince McMahon was furious by Roman Reigns walking out at WrestleMania 36, and a few days later, he personally called Roman Reigns and fired him over the phone. Vince believes because WWE is currently facing tough times, and they needed the big dog now more than ever, Vince couldn't believe that Roman Reigns would turn his back on the company that made him one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling. And Vince has done his best to not let the word get out that Roman is no longer part of the company. Reportedly, Roman was caught off guard by being fired, but now Roman is reportedly unemployed. But Roman has supposedly told friends that he doesn't plan to wrestle for a different company. Instead, he will will try his luck in Hollywood as an actor. And as for WWE, the name Roman Reigns will never be mentioned ever again, as it seems that the big dog has now been officially erased from existence. Who do you think will get fired next? Leave a comment and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe for more WWE rumors.